Hey everyone, it's Peterson Piper here, back with another video. For this video, I wanted to round up my 2025 special edition Peterson pipe purchases. Now, this is not going to be a video of every pipe I bought in 2025 because I don't want a record of that, and I would want this video to burn after watching. But I wanted to kind of go through with some of the special releases, the specifically 2025 year special releases that Peterson put out, which ones I went for, which ones I didn't go for, and just give you some of my rationale about that. And then I think I'm gonna, speaking of, this is from last year, I'm gonna pack up my Spigot 309 here. This is the Peterson Pipe of the Year 2024, Peterson Pipe Notes Pipe of the Year 2024. And this is a Spigot 309, but it's really somewhere in between a 4S as well, just because it does have this unique deluxe aluminum tenon on it. So it's not exactly a spigot only, and it's not exactly a deluxe only. It's somewhere in between. Really best of all worlds, great smoker. But that's besides. This is a 2024 edition, but this is what I'll be smoking later. I'm gonna head out to the garage and talk to you a little bit about just kind of my idea of what it means to be a practical pipe collector. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I got this year. That's specifically the 2024 edition, and what I didn't get. So I'm going to start a little bit with what I didn't end up getting. I didn't get the 2024 St. Patrick's Day. That one for me was looked like a pretty traditional Peterson pipe, but the silver had a shamrock on it, and so for me it just wasn't eye-catching enough for me. I'd rather just have a normal pipe on those. I have plenty that look like that. So I skipped that one. And speaking of which, as I'm recording this, they're just released the pictures for the 2026 St. Patrick's Day pipes, and I'm really liking those. So that one I'm probably gonna pick up. So the next thing that came out that I chose to get was the Pipe of the Year, the Peterson Pipe of the Year. And this is the Sandblast edition. Paul 022B is the model on this. Really like this with the P-lip. I didn't get this right when it was released. In fact, I had a little bit of a hard time getting this, but I finally got it because I waited a little too long, hemming and hawing and going back and forth on this. But glad I did. I have a couple other Paul Petersons. In fact, actually, I have an Irish Seconds right behind me. Let me just find that. Here's an Irish Seconds one made by Peterson, just to compare here. And I honestly haven't done this comparison, but there they are. Love the sandblast on this. Love this Paul shape. So definitely wanted to pick that up, and just love every angle of this pipe. Actually, just a beautiful sandblast. So the next special release that came out was so we had the St. Patrick's Pipe of the Year. The next one was Halloween. That one was pretty cool, all black on that. You can look that up if you haven't seen it, but it was a system pipe, but it had the military mount was also black and some kind of acrylic or something like that. So then the whole thing was black. Now, having already, like I showed you, this 2024, this was kind of my first black sandblast. It's got a good sandblast, not nearly as cool though as You can tell the difference of the depth of the sandblast on these. So having this one, I gave a little pause to the Halloween one because I thought, I basically just got 2 of those. The model I was going to get was the XL315. I didn't have an XL315, and like the size of that, like that calabash shape, and so when I was looking at it, I also saw this online, and so this is what I ended up getting. This is the deluxe version, the XL5S. And again, I couldn't resist this sandblast. So, and I think this ended up costing me $40 more. Again, to have that kind of deluxe 10 in sterling silver, and to have a deluxe rather than the Halloween pipe. That's what I decided on. I felt like I didn't need the special edition, but also I like the silver. And I like that the military mount is metal. So that was kind of my decision on that. I thought, well, this will be my Halloween pipe. And now I have, more than enough of this style. So that is why I skipped the Halloween pipe. And then two more. You might have seen my video with the 160th anniversary pipe. Went to Yvonne Reese downtown, got to see those in person. They were pretty cool. The more I kind of hemmed and hawed and went back and forth on that, it just didn't speak to me. It's a beautiful pipe. I just didn't see myself using that pipe as often as a System or System Deluxe. At the same time, I came across this pipe, which is a 2025 Charles Peterson edition natural sandblast 3S. So again, I love system pipes. The 160th wasn't. This was same price at the same time. So when it became a comparison thing, do I want this, which almost looks to me, this is like a little pumpkin, a little Halloween pipe as well, but this just spoke to me. I felt like I love the 3S as it is. Hold on one second, I'll show you my other 3S I have here. Didn't kind of lay out all this stuff in advance, but my other 3S, you'll see in a video as well, my next video about restoration. So this just smokes wonderful, and this is a older 3S, so this newer 3S I wanted to get as well. And yeah, just a beautiful sandblast on this as well. Natural sandblast, don't have anything like that. So so I got that instead of the 160th anniversary. And then the last one to consider as far as special releases go was the Christmas one. Really like the Christmas, but this year's Peterson Pipe Notes Pipe of the Year Peterson pipe was a 8S, which is this one, and this was coming out in December, just in time for Christmas as well, and felt like this cobble finish was again very similar to the Christmas pipe, without, of course, the copper. But again, this was a system, deluxe system, so I felt like this was going to be my Christmas pipe. That kind of that same coloring cobble. It's a mix between sandblasting and rustication. And I love this shape. This is that 313 or 8S shape. just that small chimney shape. It's the little brother to last year's Peterson pipe notes, which I'm getting ready to smoke. Pipe of the year. So kind of that little brother chimney shape to this 4S, 8S, or 309, 313 on the standard numbering. So yeah, this became my Christmas pipe. This is what my family got me for Christmas, and those are my choices. This is also, instead of the S stem, so instead of this being an 8S, this is an 8B, which is this B stem that tapers. So it has a wear gap, but it's that fatter stem, and love this pipe as well. So those are my 2025 edition pipes. I bought more pipes in 2025, but again, just to go through them, I got the pipe of the year, Umpal 02202BB. I got the where are we here? I got this 3S natural sandblasted Charles Peterson edition 2025 year, and I got the this Cobble 2025 Peterson pipe of the year 8B, and yeah, so that's what I went for. I'm going to pack up this pipe, and then I just want to talk to you a little bit more about what it means to be a practical pipe collector, and a little bit of what I've learned through the years on that. I'm bundled up. I'm in my Bob suit in the garage. I could have talked to you about this in the office, but honestly, I just wanted an excuse to get out here in the cold, and I thought a video would make me a little more motivated to come outside at night and smoke a pipe. Also, smoking this PPN pipe of the year 2024. I'm realizing I should have smoked one of my 2025 pipes that I'm just talking to you about. But when you have something in your head, I just had in my head, I'm going to smoke this pipe tonight. So that is what it is. So that's how much planning is going in here. I could plan that better. And I am smoking some CND 3 fryers. Now, if you watched the last video, I talk about 3 fryers in my 2025 tobacco rundown, my top 5, and then my top 2026. So I'm doing these kind of 2025 tobacco and 2025 pipe purchase videos in January, just because that's when I got to them. Yeah, this has definitely been one of my favorites of the year. So let's talk a little bit about being a practical pipe smoker. I think that's probably a question in every collector's mind: when's enough? And obviously the whole model of special releases, whether it's tobacco or whether it's pipes, is geared to limited edition, so that people who are into it will continue to buy some more. So the companies aren't going to limit that for us. We're going to have to, work within our own budget and tastes and things like that, because there's always going to be another release. There's always going to be another edition. There's always going to be another tobacco or another re-release of a tobacco. So, for me, I had to, I'm hearing some kind of animal. We got a lot of deer here. My garage is wide open. It's nighttime. Kids are in bed. And something's walking around. Anyway, yes, losing my track of thought. Anyway, I've had to decide, how do I become a more practical pipe collector? And what that means for me simply is, I don't want showpieces. I don't want things that I'm not going to smoke, or I don't want things that I feel like I can't smoke. These are things that I'm going to enjoy practically and not just visually. Now, I do have a 312 that is very old, unsmoked in its original box, and I have two other 312s. So that one is maybe not a practical one. So I will say I have a caveat in my own rule, but I just like the idea of passing that one down unsmoked. But I guess to get to the point, I realized that sometimes, and I realized this a little bit looking at the 160th anniversary pipe, there's a little bit of asking myself the question, why do I want this? And I find that when I'm motivated by kind of the fear of missing out, like what if I miss this release, or what if this, gets passed up or sold out or something like that, I find that that's actually a motivation of fear, not of loving the pipe or the tobacco or whatever I'm looking at. And so I'm doing my best to try to avoid that. I'm asking myself the question when it comes to a pipe that I want to purchase, if this was plentiful, if I could get this at any moment, would I still love this? Would I still think this is beautiful? Would I still want to enjoy this? And that really helps me. It helped me make the decision on the Halloween pipe. It's like, no, I like the XL 315. I like the sandblasted look, but the only reason I'm considering the Halloween pipe is because it's a special release. What I really like is this deluxe XL5 version. That's the one I would get, in a heartbeat if I could. And so that's kind of what's helped make my decisions. Is do I love this if it's plentiful? Not do I love this because I'm afraid to miss out on it. I have to mention as well, Mark Irwin, as I'm smoking a Peterson Pipe Notes pipe. If you haven't been to his blog, he just recently wrote his 500th and has been, releasing these week after week, chronicling the history and just really the art of Peterson pipes and what it means to be a Peterson piper in some ways. So I've learned so much from him, and one of the things he talks about is companioning pipes. That's what he calls the relationship between the piper and the pipe. Is he views pipes as companions. And I think part of selecting pipes, purchasing pipes, acquiring pipes, to give a nod to him, is how does a pipe companion with you? Does it fit into your life, your smoking style, all of that? And sometimes, honestly, it takes having a certain pipe and then realizing it's not your style or not your flavor or whatever. And over the years, I realized what I like and what I don't like, or more than that, just even what I prefer. So for me, plenty of pipes look cool to me, but at the end of the day, I know my preferences with Peterson's. I'm going to go for a System Deluxe. I love how System pipes smoke. So when I have different pipes in front of me, I know 9 out of 10 times that's what I'm going to want to pick. So 9 out of 10 purchases are going to be that some kind of system variation. So I hope that helps. That's just kind of my off-the-cuff thoughts on what it means to be practical pipe smoke. Maybe even answering the question is like, how do you know when is enough? That's a whole nother can of worms. But I'd love to hear what you picked up, what you didn't pick up this year of the Peterson 2025 releases, and even if you picked something up that's, as you consider the 2025 releases, that it has nothing to do with the year, but really something you enjoy better, let me know. Love to see pictures. I think if you subscribe to the channel, then you're able to post and view the community section. So love when people share pictures on there and share the Peterson pipes, or even Instagram is a great way for a lot of people who to communicate with me and share their Peterson pipe collection as well. So great to just have this time, continue to build this community, and happy smokes, everyone. Have a good evening.